The past 4 days have probably been the best 4 days that WWE has had all year. SummerSlam was a ground shifting premium live event for the WWE and probably their best all around PLE this entire year. And this could genuinely be the turning point or the second wind, the breath of life that WWE needed, especially going into the fall months, which are usually their worst months. So in this video, I'm going to talk a bit about that and why you should care about WWE going into the fall months and how this could be the jolt of life that WWE needed. So it's no secret that all year WWE has been deathly scared and deathly afraid of moving the needle. So possibly the biggest and most important thing that has happened in these past couple days is returns of absolutely huge superstars that are pivotal to the WWE. The first return that I'll talk about is Kevin Owens. Some people thought that he might never return because of his neck injury. Out for like 17 months, I believe it was. Just an absolutely insane return. One of the loudest pops ever, and that I have ever heard too, as a person that was in attendance. If you want to hear the pop from my perspective, go watch my SummerSlam vlog, because it was genuinely insane. And this is huge for the WWE, not only because Kevin Owens is one of the best and most entertaining wrestlers in the entire company, but because he is now the #1 contender to CM Punk's undisputed WWE Championship and is going to be on SmackDown, a brand that has sucked for months and needed a guy like Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens and CM Punk is an absolute dream feud, and this is going to be absolutely incredible, and this could honestly go on for the next 4 months. It could take up the rest of the fall months, and nobody would complain if they do it right. And honestly, I think Kevin Owens should win the title, even if this is CM Punk's only his second feud. I think Kevin should win. I absolutely cannot wait for this. And SmackDown as a whole just got so much better. Let's talk about Chelsea Green winning the WWE Women's Championship. Yes, it is just an interim championship reign, but this is genuinely going to be, I promise you, the most entertaining 1 month-ish long reign that you will ever see. Just imagine Sami Zayn's title reign, but 4 times over. It is genuinely going to be incredible, and her pop was absolutely unbelievable. She is so loved and so over with the fans right now, and this was a very shocking decision to a lot of people, because including myself, because WWE, like I said, hasn't wanted to move the needle. I think everybody wanted Chelsea Green to win, but everybody expected Charlotte Flair or Jade Cargill, just the safe options that, yeah, they would be fine as champions, but how about you take a risk? How about you do something different that we've never seen before? Because this was genuinely the perfect time to experiment. It's an interim championship reign. This is a genuinely perfect time to experiment. A short title reign, it's just going to end up going back to Rhea Ripley. I mean, it doesn't get much more perfect to experiment than this. And I also absolutely love that this was a big old juicy FU to Michael Hayes, who said Chelsea Green isn't main event worthy. Seriously, fuck Michael Hayes for that. Now, with Jade Cargill, with Charlotte Flair, potentially Alexa Bliss, potentially Lash or Nia, potentially Blake Monroe, maybe Jordan Grace, in this main event title scene with Chelsea Green, it is going to be so entertaining, I promise you. And I was begging for this. I prayed for this, and it happened. This is genuinely one of my favorite decisions that WWE has ever made. Trick Williams, he just lost his U.S. title. However, there have been reports that he is going to be moving on to, quote, bigger and better things. I don't know if that's Money in the Bank. I don't know if that's putting him in the main event scene. I feel like those are only the really two real options. I don't know if he'll get put in the main event scene, considering it is so crowded right now with guys like Sammy, Finn, KO, CM Punk, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes. But considering that Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, it seems to not be for the title, and that's going to be its kind of own little main event feud in its own little pocket universe, which I'll get more into later, I do think there is room for a guy like Trick Williams. And obviously, he is main event worthy. If they want to, they can put him in the main event scene. And I hope that's what they do, mainly because I don't want him winning Money in the Bank, because I want LA Knight to win Money in the Bank. On top of that, Tiffany Stratton and Blake Monroe feud seems right around the corner, because they had an interaction. Blake Monroe hinted at going for the title, so I think that might be coming very soon. Fatal Influence just got a big win over the Bellas and Paige. They're the tag team champions. JC Jane might be in that US title picture. She might be in the main event picture. So SmackDown might be back. I genuinely don't know how they can mess it up with all this talent and opportunity and feuds that they have. And then to top it all off, Randy Orton is back and is feuding with Cody Rhodes without the title, which is potentially the best thing to happen to SmackDown, because everybody has been wanting this feud, begging for it, and then they finally do it, and then they get Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll involved, and TKO comes in and ruins it. But now it seems like WWE is finally going to get an opportunity to run this feud the way that they want to. I really hope they don't overcomplicate it like they did before. I really hope they just explore the history that these two have with each other. It is such a slam dunk of a feud. Then again, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk was such a slam dunk of a feud, and they messed that up. Just do everything you did with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, explore the history, talk about the history, and this feud will be amazing and it will be loved by the fans. Genuinely, I am willing to completely forgive the fact that the whole reason this feud started was for the title, to ignore the fact that Randy said he was coming back for number 15, the fact that WrestleMania ended with Randy holding up the title. I'm willing to just drop all that. Just please do this feud correctly and properly. And if they do, this could genuinely be feud of the year. Now let's talk about this past episode of Raw. The women's main event scene over on Raw might have just completely fixed itself in one night. Two huge returns, one being of Stephanie Bacchia and one being of Becky Lynch, who is now, I believe, a babyface, which is going to be interesting to see. It seems like she's still same in most ways, but maybe just a bit less delusional. Which, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because delusional Becky Lynch is hilarious and awesome, but nonetheless, Becky Lynch is going to be incredible no matter what she does, or if she's a babyface or a heel. Genuinely one of the most entertaining acts in all of WWE, man or woman, main event or mid-card, NXT, main roster, AAA. She is so damn good. And Stephanie Bacchia, she's Stephanie Bacchia. She's one of the best wrestlers on the entire planet. She has so much aura. She's so over with the crowd. Former world champion. It genuinely... I am so intrigued into this women's main event scene now over on Monday Night Raw. And then you have, of course, the champion Liv Morgan, who's Liv frickin' Morgan, and then Io Sky. But it seems like they are going to be running a triple threat between Stephanie Bacchia, Becky Lynch, and Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship, likely at Money in the Bank. And oh my god, if that match gets 20 minutes, it might be the best match of the entire year. We know how good these women's triple threat matches are. We had the one at WrestleMania 41 between Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Io Sky, match of the year contender. Naomi versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky at SummerSlam 2025, match of the year contender. And now you have Stephanie Bakir, one of the best wrestlers on the planet. You have Becky Lynch, who's been putting on some of the best matches of her entire career lately. And Liv Morgan, who is Liv Morgan. Like, genuinely, when this match happens, it is going to melt your eyeballs out. These two ladies were desperately needed. I'm so glad that they are back. And when this match does happen, I really think that they should put the title on Becky Lynch. We haven't seen her with this championship since WrestleMania 40, where she lost it to Rhea Ripley. And this new version of Becky Lynch could add so much and make this title so important to the WWE. Jacob Fatu seems to be back to being a monster. And he lost a little bit of that aura, lost a little bit of that monster energy when he joined the Bloodline. But now he is so back. He absolutely destroyed Royce Keys on this last episode of Raw. Had some nasty spots. He had a pop-up Samoan drop through a table, which was just beautiful. Then he put in the Tongan death grip. He did the ass splash with the chair around his head, around Royce Keys' head. And he was bleeding from his mouth. It was awesome. And I am so glad that Jacob Fatu is back to being a monster, because he needed it. And that's what people love about Jacob Fatu, is him just destroying everyone and being just an absolute monster. We had a Braun Breaker and Obafemi face-off. And here's the thing that makes this so much better. I don't think this is just a face-off. I think this is a full-on program. I don't think we're waiting. I think this is happening right now. I don't know what else there is for Obafemi to do if he's not going after the world title. The way that Obafemi met with Paul Heyman backstage, they shook hands, and then Braun Breaker brought that up later when he talked with Paul Heyman, saying, I thought he was your best friend now. I think this feud is happening right now, guys. And I love that. Usually, WWE would save this for WrestleMania. They would save this. They would artificially keep them away from each other because they want this match to happen at WrestleMania no matter what. And you can still have this match happen at WrestleMania, but you could run this at Money in the Bank. Run your dream matches when they make sense to happen. Don't artificially keep them apart on until big PLEs. AEW does it. They'll have dream matches on episodes of Dynamite, some random premium live event in September, and that's a great thing that AEW does better than WWE. It seems like WWE is learning that, and they're going to run this match at Money in the Bank. And it seems like Braun Breaker might have just left the vision. He destroyed Joe Hendry with one spear, pinned him, and then walked out. And everybody knows Braun Breaker needed to leave this faction. It is terrible. I really hope this was him leaving the faction and not just him being mad. But either way, Braun Breaker is so back. And you could easily have the narrative to this feud be Braun Breaker's supposed to be the future of WWE in his eyes, and he's getting jealous that Obafemi's taking over that spot. Oba saying in his promo he's going to lead the next generation. Boom, there's your narrative, and then just let these two have a banger of a match. Have this be a trilogy. Have it end at the Royal Rumble. We all know you're going to run this match back in future years. But this could be the feud of the fall months. You could do one at Money in the Bank, one at Survivor Series, one have the rubber match at the Royal Rumble. The only reason I don't say WrestleMania is because if you do it then, it probably will get 5 minutes. But this is huge for Braun Breaker. He has been booked like complete shit over the past 8 months. And this will give something great for Obafemi to do. I mean, it is genuinely a win for everyone. And overall, this episode of Raw this past Monday was one of the best Raws, definitely of the year. But within the last couple years, probably. You have Chad Gable, who is finally your Intercontinental Champion, something fans have been begging for years. Gonna be a great fighting champion, going to be running that mid-card division over on Raw, and that is going to be fantastic for him with guys like Penta, who could potentially be turning heel, winning dirty in their tag match on Monday, wearing darker gear, with guys in there also like Javon Evans, Ethan Page, Rusev, Big Cass, Dominic Mysterio, and he could have a banger match with literally any one of those names that I just listed. This dude could have a match of the year contender with a bag of Lay's potato chips. Genuinely, I cannot wait to see Chad Gable's IC title reign. He could just be a workhorse and every week give us banger after banger, and nobody would complain. And lastly, but certainly not least, we have to talk about the megastar LA Knight. Yeah. Who is back in the main event scene. He cut a promo of the year contender this past Monday on Raw, and he beat Roman Reigns on the mic definitively in that promo. With his whole Yankee, Oscar, uniform, Sierra, uniform, Charlie, Kilo, you suck. And it was so good. It was one of the most talked about things on an incredible episode of Monday Night Raw. And it even made Roman Reigns break character, which is not an easy thing to do. And then later in the show, he rage baited Jey Uso, talking about how Roman Reigns told them to leave him alone. I mean, he got bitched out. I mean, he was like, you don't want your daddy to come back and put you over his knee, do ya? I mean, it is just awesome. He absolutely knocked it out of the park, and just seemingly like these are some of the best promos he's ever cut. They've happened in the past couple months, and just got a big win over the Bloodline. I mean, this is the highest that LA Knight's stock has been in a while, and that's saying something, because his stock he's been hot these past couple years. But now he's even hotter than he's been, I think. And he's feuding with Roman freaking Reigns. And I really, really hope that either Roman's or that LA Knight, is winning the title at Money in the Bank or Sunday night's main event or whatever. Or he's going to win Money in the Bank. But I want to say this, if they're not going to have him win a world title, just don't have him do these one-off main event feuds, because it's just going to end up hurting him more than it helps him. So I really hope they just don't run this match at Money in the Bank, because I really, really want LA Knight to win Money in the Bank. And like, genuinely, this has been the most perfect time for him to possibly win Money in the Bank, even though he should have won it the past 3 years. I'm really, really hoping this is finally the start of the LA Knight push. But yeah, let me know if you think this is the jolt of life WWE needed. Thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want, and